Humans have been relying on camels for thousands of years. With the ability to go for days without water and carry up to 600 pounds on their back, it makes them an ideal animal for transport across deserts. Though this transportation isn't particularly speedy, and camels aren't an animal you'd normally think of as being fast. But over the past few centuries, camel racing has become an integral part of Arab life.
Camel racing is a huge part of Qatari tradition, and it's been around for centuries, but only really become professional in the 1970s. Today, camel racing is a multi-million-dollar operation, and it takes place almost weekly during the winter season at the camel racing track, which is just about an hour outside of Doha. During the camel racing season, there are generally 2 races on each weekend day, one at around 5 to 6 a.m. in the morning, and then a later one at around 1 to 2 p.m. The schedules aren't really published publicly, so it's hard to figure out when the races are actually happening. I found it easier to just go with a tour because then they know when the schedules are and they can show you around some of the ins and outs of camel racing. There are 2 types of camel racing in Qatar. One is called public races and the second is reserved only for sheikhs. The first race, even though it's called public, is not open to everyone in Qatar. It's still only open to Qataris, but it can be any Qatari no matter what family they come from. The sheikh race is specifically for the royal family and their relatives, so this race is a bit more prestigious and the prizes tend to be even more exquisite.
600 meters to go. The leaders are still the same. They changed actually, but they're still the first 4. No, the first 3. The black Shahaniya camel dropped off. The fierce camel have a winner. We have a winner. 100 meters. We have a winner. There's a photo finish. A photo finish. Your camel wins.
What's interesting about camel racing is actually that the older the camel you have, up to a certain extent obviously, the longer they're actually going to race for. So the younger camels start out running only 4 or 5 kilometers, while the older camels can run up to 10 kilometers during a race.
They're both number 2 on the robot. Anything can happen,
Anything really can happen in a camel race, and there were several times we were watching a race just for a camel to start walking a few meters before the finish line.
One thing you'll notice at the camel races is that there isn't actually anyone riding the camels. Instead, what you'll see on the camel's back is a robot jockey. This jockey is equipped with a walkie-talkie, and what you'll see is the Qataris in the cars, which are following the race, are yelling into this walkie-talkie, giving commands to their camel as it runs down the track. One thing I found super interesting about camel racing is that unlike horse racing, where you sit in the stands and watch and cheer on your horse as it runs around the track, in camel racing, you get in your car and you follow your camel as it circles the track. It almost feels like it's a bit of a race in your car, as well as people are jockeying back and forth, trying to get the best viewpoint of their camel so they can encourage it as it's running to the finish line. I really enjoyed this trip to the camel racing track. I think it was such a unique experience and something you can only really get in this part of the world, in the Arab nations, where camel racing is a big part of the history and tradition here. It's a really unique experience and a great perspective into traditional Qatari culture. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a like below or leave me a comment and let me know what you think. If you're interested in more videos like this, definitely subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!